Chris Lee, Manager for Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander Engagement for Diabetes Australia. I'm here at the Australasian Diabetes Congress 2019 in Sydney. It's been an eye-opening forum. There hasn't been many Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander voices in amongst the scientific and technical presentations, but I think it's very important that we were here and that we did make a couple of those consumer perspectives known to the audience. I presented on the medication masterclass on the Wednesday on an Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander consumer perspective of the consumer side of the medication equation, and how it's not easy for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people to access the medications. We don't often understand what the medications are. I know for myself with my type 2 diabetes that I don't fully understand if I'm taking them correctly or at the right times. And I know it's an everyday struggle, but it was great to hear from the industry professionals and to gain a better insight into the variety of medications that were available, and it gave me an insight into the ones that I'm on. The research that Louise Maple-Brown and the Menzies School of Aboriginal Health Research is doing into adolescents type 2 diabetes is absolutely groundbreaking. The incidences of type 2 gestational diabetes in regional, remote and outer remote Aboriginal communities, particularly in the young, is epidemic proportions, and the research that Menzies is doing will provide us with the data to look at better engagement, better management and better medication solutions. So I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic in around 2013, 2014, and it came as quite a shock to me because I was a reasonably fit and seemingly healthy Aboriginal male. My journey to discover what my condition was quite arduous and intimidating in terms of there's a lot of information out there that's not very accessible to me, and I didn't understand what my condition was. I tried talking to various medical professionals. I tried the internet, which was just scary, and in the end it was a collective of Aboriginal people on a social media group who were suffering the same condition that gave me more background knowledge and information on what my condition was, and gave me the confidence and the questions to go and ask my medical professional. So I've had diabetes now for 4 or 5 years, and it is still a struggle for me to manage that, but I'm a lot better at doing that because I understand a lot more about my condition, and that's the story I try and tell to other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who either have or are at risk of getting diabetes. Well, that's the interesting thing. In my immediate family, there is no incidences of type 2 diabetes. Some gestational, but that's because of my sisters and mother having raised families or given birth and raised families. I have had family, extended family, who have passed from diabetes-related complications and or have had amputations as a result of diabetes-related complications. So it is part of my life story, and we are aware of it. There wasn't a lot of connection in the early days between diabetes and some of these conditions. We thought that was just our lot in life, but we now understand that there are these chronic disease conditions that are impacting us physically, and we're able to try and get some more information and manage those better.